Hi, and welcome to Faith Talk with Tia. I am so thankful. I know that this is a season and a time to be thankful. One of the times that the world is just kind of set aside. I know Thanksgiving is coming, and a lot of times when you think about that, the word Thanksgiving, you think about good food, family, fun, excitement. But you know what? For me, every day is a day of Thanksgiving. And I'm learning more and more and more to be thankful for everything. I mean, we all have battles, we all have challenges, things that we are dealing with, and some of us are facing some very dire situations. But there's always something to be thankful for. There's always something to be thankful for. And one of the things that I have to constantly remind myself of is that God is great. And I thank Him not just because of what He does in my life, but I thank Him because of who He is. He's God. And when I think about all the things that we have to go through and that we're challenged with on a daily basis, when you think long enough, there's always something that you can be thankful for. I've suffered for a very long time, challenged with back pain, and by some, you know, definition, it would seem to be very, very, just bad. You know, chronic pain is no fun to anybody. But then I think about, God, my back hurts so bad sometimes, but I thank you that I have a back that I can even feel. So that means my nerves are working, sometimes a little overtime, but that my nerves are working. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for the fact that you've allowed me to go through some things, because I've come to understand that in order to have a mountaintop experience, I've got to be able to deal with the valley things in my life. And I can't go up without first going down, right? You can't get to the top of a mountain without first going down through the valley. And so I thank Him for the good times. I thank Him for the bad times. I thank Him for the rain. And then when the sunshine comes out, I'm even more appreciative because now I can enjoy the sun. There's always something to be thankful for. And so when I think about that, I ponder that. And I think about family and I think about friends. And sometimes, we sometimes just set aside a time because the world dictates to us that it's a time for Christmas, or it's a time for Thanksgiving, or it's a time for this, or it's a time for that. But God never is subject to times. He's just who He is. And the Bible tells us that let everything have breath to praise the Lord, which is a form of our thanking Him because He created us, thanking Him because He woke us up this morning, thanking Him because we could be somewhere in a hospital, we could be visiting, somebody who's dying, we could be already 6 feet under. But I made up in my mind that if I'm going to take breath and I'm going to take life and complain, then why not take that same breath and life and lift up holy hands and give God some praise and get a better result? We can complain all day and all night long, and sometimes many of us aren't looking for a solution. We just want to stay stuck on the problem. But I don't have a lot of patience for that. I understand identify a problem. And once we identify the problem, then it's time to go after and attack it and get to the root of that problem so that what's a problem today will no longer be a problem tomorrow. I am about being a part of the solution. And so I wanted to kind of share something with you, that the one that the Lord was showing me. He said, now listen, no matter what you find yourself going through, remembering again that through is a wonderful word. Actually, it's a word of revelation, because you cannot come out on the other side without first going through. So that's a wonderful place to be. Just don't stay stuck there. But I'm convinced that the way that the Lord is about to show up and show Himself strong in your life is going to far outweigh any battle that you and I have faced. God will never be outdone. And He's nowhere trying to figure out where you are and what you're dealing with. But He's also monitoring our gratitude, monitoring whether or not, you know how it feels like when the only time a person calls on you or wants to talk to you or wants to spend time with you, you realize the pattern of it's usually when they want something. So then you come to realize it's not just necessarily about you. Really, it's about them. It's about what they want, what you can do for them, what you can give to them. And that's not fair. And that's not even a way to live. But many of us live our lives selfishly in that way. And sometimes the only time God hears from us is when we want something, when we want him to do something. And the only time we're schmoozing him up, we're kind of soothing him, is when we want something from him. That's called a user. I don't care how you do it, that's called a user. And nobody wants to be used. And God understands that. Doesn't mean he's happy about it, but guess what? He blesses you anyway. So what am I saying? I'm saying that no matter what, you have a reason to be thankful. No matter what you're dealing with, no matter who's hurt you, who's abused you, who's frustrated you, who's offended you, God is not guilty of those things. What he's guilty of is loving you through it. And I believe that when we show our appreciation to him, that we love him no matter what, not because of what he's done, that we're not using him. Because guess what? He blesses us even when we do use him. He knows that. But he knows how much he loves us and that it's his good pleasure to bless us. But I'm changing things around this season. I'm not just thankful because it's Thanksgiving. I'm not going to be thankful just because somebody tells me I should be thankful. I'm going to ponder and I'm going to think of the goodness of Jesus and all that he's done. And I'm going to remember the price that he paid on Calvary and realize that if he never did another thing, I'm thankful. Because when he said it is finished, that was really enough. Everything other than that, family, friends, spouses, is just icing on the cake. But I'm thankful that he loves me. I'm so thankful that he first loved me. And I'm thankful that he was a God of another chance, that he's actually a God that gave me another opportunity to just really start all over again. And in doing that, I've been able to make some wise decisions. I'm not perfect, made a lot of mistakes, and more than likely I will make more. But I know that I serve a God that is perfect and a God that loves me. And he has this eraser on his heart that gives me an opportunity over and over again to do it right, or to at least try to attempt. And so I thank him because he first loved me. I thank him because he's good. I thank him because he's blessed me beyond what I've ever could imagine. And I'm not belittling that and putting that on some money or things that he's done for me financially or done for me in the natural ways. But the fact of knowing that my name is written in the Lamb's Book of Life, the fact of knowing that if I leave here today or tomorrow, I'll be in the presence of the Lord with this fullness of joy. The fact of knowing that that could be your story as well. Thank him. Tell him how much you love him and how much you appreciate him, not just in the Thanksgiving season, not just in the month of November, but for the rest of your life, because he is worthy of your thanks. Thank him for everything. Let's just cover it. Thank him for everything. That way you don't leave anything out. Amen? Amen. Until the next time, we'll see you then. Faith Talk with Tia. Good night. My son's supposed to be up taking a bath. My husband is watching the game. My daughter is acting like a prima donna, okay? I mean, like really like a prima donna. I mean, okay, she's got back pain. Welcome to my world. However, now we've got to wait for her to get her tea together. We've got to wait for her to warm up her tea. Then she's got to get a little pad for her back to warm that up. Now I've got a dog, not just one, but two dogs that are just coming on down the steps. My son, okay, my son, who just been in the bathtub for 4 hours, is calling them. I mean, we're just trying to make a Faith Talk with Tia episode. We just want to get through one. Just one. So guess what? We're going to try this one more time. One more time. There goes my Chinese food. I guess we'll be eating tonight. It's too late anyway. But at the end of the day, I'm ready to just go to the next episode. Just the next. That's all I want.
Sometimes the Lord will just leave you there.
You know what I mean? Just that's all I want. All right?
Let me
You guys with
testify.
me? I hope you stick around just to at least hear it, all right? Thank you.
That's a whole other video.
Thank you. Come on.
We're ready. She gotta count you in now.
Excuse me, sir. Did you lock up your son and your dogs? She's left. Yes, I did. It's a blooper.
And if she did, clearly
It's a
your
blooper.
voice would be all over it.
Exactly. It's a blooper. Okay. Stop, Josh.
Back to the show.
Like that lady.